Good evening, my name is Arias, and I'm a bike messenger within the RSSH delivery company. Today is Thursday, December 4th, 2025, and on behalf of Cyber FM and the RSSH, we thank you for listening to the G.R.C. sector.
You are listening to Cyber FM, hosted by Arias Thomas.
Welcome to Cyber FM, the GRC sector. I'm your host, Arias Thomas, and it's Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Today, we are zeroing in on two of the biggest forces reshaping compliance: the tightening global grip on data privacy and the monumental shift toward mandated corporate climate disclosure. We're analyzing the tactical steps your organization needs to take right now to navigate these complex regulatory environments.
This episode is being brought to you by the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option.
We are brought to you by our dedicated sponsor, the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. When governance and compliance demand precision, the RSSH delivers. Now let's begin.
Story number 1. Global data privacy enforcement tightens and compliance shifts to proof of implementation.
We begin with the intensifying pressure from regulators, particularly those enforcing the General Data Protection Regulation, also known as the GDPR. The trend is moving decisively away from penalizing organizations from lacking documentation to penalizing them for failing to demonstrate effective controls in practice.
The purpose limitation challenge.
Regulators are intensely scrutinizing how data is collected and used, especially when firms deploy sophisticated analytics, machine learning, or cross-border data transfers. Companies must now clearly articulate the specific, explicit, and legitimate purpose for every piece of personal data they process, and critically ensure those processing activities don't drift beyond those stated purposes.
Data subject rights in AI.
The GDPR's requirements for data subject access, rectification, and the right to be forgotten are now intersecting with artificial intelligence, also known as AI, systems. GRC teams are struggling with how to satisfy a deletion request when the data subject's information has been integrated into a complex, opaque training model. This requires data lineage, mapping, and new technical controls to ensure compliance within algorithmic systems.
Enforcement focus.
Expect regulators to target organizations that rely on vague consent forms, fail to conduct thorough data protection impact assessments, also known as DPIAs, or cannot provide a clear, audible log of data processing activities. Fines are increasing, often based on a percentage of global turnover, making compliance failure a material business risk. And there's story number 1, a deep dive into the global enforcement of data privacy. The message is clear. Regulators are no longer satisfied with good intentions. They demand demonstrable, audible proof that data protection controls are effective in practice, especially as AI adoption complicates data lineage and subject rights. The financial risk of a major GDPR or CCPA violation means robust, provable operational compliance is paramount. When the stakes are this high in your compliance program, you need certainty in every aspect of your business operations. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsor.
From borough to borough, rain or shine, day or night, we got you.
When the compliance stakes are high, you can't afford a single point of failure. The same goes for your business logistics. For guaranteed reliability, security, and precision in your urgent shipments across New York, there's only one clear choice: the RSSH Delivery Company. They provide the certainty and the audibility you need in a delivery partner. Well, this is the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. When it has to be there, choose the RSSH.
The RSSH Delivery Company. We got you.
The RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option.
are listening to Cyber FM.
Welcome back to Cyber FM, the G.R.C. sector. Before the break, we dissected the critical shift in data privacy enforcement, recognizing that operational evidence of compliance is the new mandate. We now move from the digital controls of personal data to the environmental controls of corporate reporting. Our next crucial topic is the massive integration of environmental, social, and governance. We call this ESG, risk into mandated financial compliance. Specifically, we're diving deeper into the implications of the SEC's on climate-related risk disclosures and how GRC teams must prepare to treat climate data with the same scrutiny as revenue figures.
Story number 2. SEC finalizes climate-related risk disclosure rules and the rise of integrated ESG governance.
The second major shift comes from financial regulators, particularly the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, also known as the SEC, whose finalized rules on climate-related disclosures fundamentally redefine the scope of GRC.
Financial materiality of climate risk.
The SEC rules mandate that public companies disclose material climate-related risk, both physical risk like severe weather impacts on assets and transition risk like policy changes or market shifts away from carbon-intensive activities. This elevates climate risk from a purely ethical concern to a mandatory financial disclosure item.
Governance and oversight.
Crucially, the rules require companies to describe the board's oversight of climate-related risk and management's role in assessing and managing those risks. This forces GRC professionals to integrate climate metrics directly into their existing internal controls and risk management frameworks, including the COSO framework.
Data scrutiny and internal controls.
For companies required to disclose Scope 1 and Scope 2 greenhouse gas GHG emissions, the data must be subjected to the same rigorous internal controls over financial reporting, the ICFR, used for traditional accounting data. This means GRC teams must implement new systems for collecting, calculating, and verifying non-financial ESG data, requiring a deep partnership between compliance, finance, and sustainability departments. Failure to attest to the accuracy of this data carries a significant liability risk. The GRC framework is now the key mechanism for validating a company's environmental footprint, linking corporate integrity directly to climate performance. We've seen today that compliance is becoming profoundly data-centric, demanding demonstrable proof of controls for both personal data and environmental metrics. The pressure is on to navigate governance, risk, and compliance not just into policy, but into every operational process. My thanks once again to our sponsor, the RSSH Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. Join me next time on Cyber FM, the GRC sector. I'm your host, Arias Thomas. Stay secure.
Welcome. You are listening to Cyber FM, hosted by Arias Thomas.